Thank you very much for joining me. I'm Brian Shields, not here to waste your time, just want to get to what's going on with the weather for you. And we're going to see some spots that'll eventually get some flooding. Look at this flare-up of cloud cover by Belize and then just off the coast as we swing back through the Western Caribbean. We've been talking about this together for about a week and a half, that we'd see something kind of building up here. That is going to bring a better chance of rain and the potential of flooding to parts of Cuba, Cayman Islands, Jamaica, Haiti, the Dominican Republic, and the Bahamas. And yesterday and last night, some different spots in Belize had some welcome rain, and we needed it. Now, here's the broad picture, and look how active we're getting. Now, not seeing any signs that these tropical waves are going to develop, but clearly we're about to get into the start of hurricane season on Thursday, and things are really picking up. Now we have 5 tropical waves out there. The first one of the season moved in again several days ago, marching through Colombia right now, bringing that enhanced chance of rain. Even over by Curacao yesterday, we saw some drizzle and light rain in spots. A new tropical wave making its way through Suriname, Guyana, and then into Trinidad and Tobago, and then 3 more out there. These again, no signs of development. There's a lot of wind shear out here preventing those storms from really building up, but each one will be a little bit different as it moves in, and then eventually we'll see the tropical waves a little bit more to the north, and that'll crank up more moisture in the Caribbean as we get deeper into the hurricane season. Eastern Pacific side, little flare up here. I've been watching this. We were watching this yesterday together, but not seeing any signs of development. But I want to get into the rain threat, the flood threat for you here, and then the possibility of tropical development of a tropical storm developing. So this is later today. You see by Jamaica, Cuba, Cayman Islands, Haiti, the Dominican Republic, that rain chance picking up. Even more rain, my friends, in Panama, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Honduras, spotty showers, El Salvador, hit or miss ones, Belize, and a few more over toward the Yucatan of Mexico. That tropical wave also giving us some rain as we get back toward parts of Colombia and Venezuela. And then look at this over here. More rain with, again, another tropical wave that will eventually increase that chance of rain for St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Trinidad and Tobago, even Grenada later this week. Now, let me stop it here. This is by tomorrow afternoon. You see the rain really flaring up. We're going to see a rain pull across Florida from the Gulf of Mexico, rain pull from the Caribbean into the Bahamas, and you see a big blob of rain right here. In this isolated flooding a possibility, watching the sharp rises in the river. So I appreciate you sharing this channel with others to get the word out. This channel is about safety during the hurricane season. So thank you for passing it along to friends and family. And you see again the flare up of rain. Now look what happens on Thursday. Even more so Haiti and the Dominican Republic. And then look at here, that next tropical wave moves into Trinidad, for example. The rain chance increase in Guyana and Trinidad and Tobago by the time we get into Thursday. And then heavy rain, watching flooding, watching those river crossings over toward Haiti. We are going to see some flooding in parts of Haiti. We'll see isolated flooding in the Dominican Republic. I'm going to keep an eye on things in Jamaica. I want to zoom down into Jamaica in just a second. But look what happens here by the time we get into the end of the week. Anywhere from the Bahamas up through Bermuda, this is where we may get a tropical storm developing. So we may get a named system with all of this rain. It's kind of left over here, and as it pulls up toward Bermuda by the weekend, it could spin up into a tropical storm. So heads up Bermuda, keep an eye on you. But look at this by Friday, still some more areas of heavier rain. Could even be life-threatening rain in Haiti. Yes, we need the rain, need to fill those cisterns, but again, we are going to see the flash flooding. What I mean by that is a quick rise in those river levels. I will be monitoring that for you. Now, let me take you around kind of a broad view, and then I want to zoom down. Now, this is what we have just through tomorrow night. So this is just a 2-day total. Of course, we're going to see more of this rain in the Atlantic, head toward Trinidad, but for the Eastern Caribbean, Anguilla, St. Kitts and Nevis, Saba, Montserrat, Antigua, Barbuda, Guadeloupe, Dominica, Martinique, over toward Barbados, St. Lucia, passing showers possible. Little bit more Venezuela, Colombia with that one tropical wave, but you see again, as we swing back here, a higher chance of impressive totals, and I kind of mean that almost in the bad sense. It's crazy in the tropics. We need rain, but then we get it all kind of at once, and we get some of those problems, but very high totals of potential. Haiti especially, through Cuba, eastern Cuba, Jamaica, and the Cayman Islands. You see some of this white showing up here. That means we're going to have some spots, and this just gives us a feel. It's not going to be exact, but again, some spots in this white shading here 100 millimeters of rain, that's 4 inches of rain, and that's just through tomorrow night. As I showed you, I went into Thursday. We went into Friday. There's an even higher chance of rain for parts of the DR and Haiti by the end of this week. So we're just going to tack on to this flooding concern, and then spotty showers and storms. I hope we get some of this in Mexico because we need it. Same thing in Belize, and some higher totals, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, even parts of Guatemala and El Salvador. Keeping an eye on us as well. Not as much for the ABC Islands, but we do have again that chance of a few passing showers over toward Aruba, Curacao, and Bonaire, because we are starting to get those tropical waves moving in. Now let me get a little bit closer. Here are the Turks and Caicos and the Bahamas. Again, this is through tomorrow night. You see some of the white showing up as well, where we could get over 100 millimeters of rain or 4 inches of rain. So widespread rain event that's about to take place through the Bahamas. And again, we could see some spots upwards of 150 to 200 millimeters of rain through the end of the week. That is a high concern for flooding. Let me zoom down into Jamaica, for example. This again, just through tomorrow night. See a lot of these purples and pinks showing up. That's 50 millimeters to 75 millimeters of rain. That's 2 to 3 inches of rain in some spots through tomorrow night. And then we could see a little bit more on Thursday and Friday, so we can see an additional 50 millimeters of rain. That could lead to some flooding. So I'll be on top of that for you, my friends in Jamaica, watching over toward Cuba and the Cayman Islands. Got you covered in the Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, Haiti, and the Dominican Republic. Doing my best to track everyone where the weather is going. And then again, late week into the weekend, in this area, since we're going to have all this moisture around, conditions are somewhat favorable for some development here into a tropical storm or subtropical storm as this moves toward Bermuda. Now, what does that mean for us in Bermuda? Well, that means either way, if it develops or if it doesn't develop, we're going to see a higher chance of rain for part of the weekend. So I'll be fine-tuning that as we get closer. Now, let me get you into some forecasts, and then I want to talk about the hurricane season. First, the forecast. Belize today, 30% chance of a shower storm. Not just today, but also tonight. Like last night, we could get a couple showers and storms at night. Please keep me posted in the comments. As we work our way into the Cayman Islands, look at that rain chance going up. A 60 to 70% chance of rain and storms for tomorrow. Jamaica, this could be even higher. Right now, I'll keep it at about a 70% chance. So not all day stuff, but we are going to see widespread rain, at least in the area, over the next 2 to 3 days in Jamaica. So please spread that word. Same thing in the Bahamas, and this may be even higher. We're looking at more of a 70 to even 90% chance of rain. It's going to be picking up as we get through the end of the week in the Bahamas. We're going to have some flooding in some spots, even some gustier winds. Haiti, watching out for that river flooding, that rain chance going up. It's going to stay elevated right through the end of the week. Could be even a little bit higher Thursday into Friday. A big concern for the runoff. We can have a quick rise in those rivers, which you know is a concern with all those river crossings. You're taking a motorbike or whatever just to get from spot to spot. Please be mindful of a very quick rise in the water across Haiti. Puerto Rico, 30 to 40% chance going up some. We'll get some downpours in spots in Puerto Rico, some isolated areas of flooding. And then look at this in Trinidad and Tobago. By Thursday, I mentioned that next tropical wave starts to move in. We'll see that chance of rain picking up again as we work our way into Thursday and Friday. Keeping an eye on that as we get over toward Port of Spain. And then Guyana again, rain chance picking up later this week with that next tropical wave that will be moving in. Hurricane season, all right, that starts June 1st. So that starts on Thursday. Usually we get a named storm or two in the month of June, and usually they're close to home. And that's exactly what I'm seeing in this scenario. We don't look off the coast of Africa. This time of year, off the coast of Africa, we start to get the tropical waves. But the winds way up high are not favorable for development, which is a good thing. So we look closer to home for development, and that's what we could have near the Bahamas and Bermuda as we go over the next few days. Now, we get a look at the names on the list. There was, by the way, a subtropical system that did develop in January. It did not get a name. They didn't classify it at that time. They went back and looked at it. But either way, the next name on the list, the first name on the list is Arlene. But there's already been a system out there that was an odd one in January in the North Atlantic that moved into Canada. But Arlene is going to take the first name on the list, then Brett and Cindy after that. As far as how many hurricanes happened this year, it's really hard to tell. So I track it storm by storm for you, and we just take it storm by storm. I'll do my best to let you know what's happening. So that rain chance increasing. I am concerned, you probably hear it in my voice, about the flooding in the Caribbean. We do not need a named system to have big issues with flooding. You know that. I know that, and again, we're going to see some areas of flooding. This is a weather community, so put those comments down, what you have either going on or not going on. If you've got great weather, share that in the comments as well. And then later this week, I'll be watching out for that development near the Bahamas and then up toward Bermuda. And again, 5 tropical waves. Not seeing any development out of those, but as those move into the Caribbean, we're going to see more and more areas of rain arriving. So it is very busy. Some life-threatening flooding is an issue. I'm going to be on top of that for you. I'll give you updates through the day if needed. Otherwise, tomorrow. Thank you for sharing this channel. I do appreciate it. That's why I do it. You have a good day ahead.